Welcome, Guardians. We're back for the hotfix for 4.0.0.3. This is a lot of stuff that we've been kind of anticipating in terms of Wellspring, enhancement alloys, things like that. But let's just dig right into it. It's going to be kind of a longer patch note. Not as long as day one, Witch Queen, but longer than the one we had last week. So, activities. The Wellspring attack fixed an issue that allowed players to remain safely outside of the boss fight arena during the fight instead of being pulled into the room. General Wellspring fixed an issue where players were not receiving Wellspring rewards if they haven't picked up any armor from Finch in the Throne World. Bad luck protection added for weapon drops and deep sight mods in Wellspring. Does not apply to regular everyday life. Sorry about that one. Fix an issue with Wellspring completion rewards that will make it less likely for players to obtain a powerful or pinnacle drop in the same slot multiple times in a row. Gambit. Fixed an issue where level advantages were enabled in PvP Gambit. This one was huge, this next one. I thought we weren't getting that until Season 17. But Gambit repeatable bounty tweaks include weapon kills reduced from 25 to 15. I think that's still a little high for that. Grenade and melee kills reduced from 15 to 5. That's huge. And super kills also reduced from 15 to 10. I think that one could probably be down to 5, considering most people hold their super until the primeval fight. But reduce the amount an invader kills heals the primeval from 27 to 20. So you gotta invade more, which kind of sucks. Altars of Reflection fixed an issue where Altars of Reflection not showing up properly for all characters. And Throne World fixed an issue where players would sometimes get stuck at the entrance of the palace in Fluorescent Canal when backtracking from the bridge. AI spawn points have been adjusted after spawn points were skewed, resulting in enemies spawning in the same spot more rapidly than intended. Fixed an issue with Ikora's Hive Ritual introduction dialogue when played a glitched audio file. Fixed an issue where deep sight chests would not appear when intended. Fixed an issue where targets would not spawn for players to destroy in the canal deep sight puzzle. Players will now be able to respawn properly after being respawned from a turn back message at the first Savathun fight during the ritual mission. Rally flags and spawn points have been adjusted, now located at the top of the stairs. PsyOps Battleground. PsyOps Battleground EDZ, Intel, and reward chests will now stay spawned at their intended rate, no longer disintegrating at the 10-second mark. The second Lucent Portal Wizard will now spawn with proper shields, fixing an issue where players could softlock the activity by taking down the wizard when it spawns unprotected. Vox Obscura fixed an issue where reward progress wasn't tracking for the exotic sparrow in the Vox Obscura mission. Updated the Triumph description for Old Foes Rise Again to indicate that 4 weekly messages need to be acquired, 1 message per week, following player confusion on how to complete. Good, because that was confusing. Alright, UI UX. Fixed an issue with player waypoints where gettable titles were earned in previous seasons, causing them to appear as a number or not at all. Fixed an issue where various Season 16 and 30th anniversary items were appearing with incorrect watermarks. Fixed an issue where the in-game carousel and seasonal tab icon for the Hunter seasonal ornament would display the incorrect cloak. Players would still receive the intended cloak when purchased. Fixed an issue where finisher and emote previews were being delayed. Fixed an issue where the player is unable to interact with sockets for 2 to 4 seconds while the screen fully loads. Oh, good. The addition of the new blue banners in-game to help new players learn the game can now be removed from popping up for those that are already familiar with Destiny 2. Gameplay and investment. Glaive mods. Armor mods for glaives now drop from world engrams and can now be sold by 801. Fixed an issue where glaive armor mods would not appear in collections. Armor fixed an issue where Aeon Safe Titan exotic arms were not showing its familiar gold stripe. Weapons. Tracking rockets have been adjusted after being found too dominant against other Guardians when invading in Gambit. This does include Grand Overture's missiles. Tracking against AI enemies remains unchanged. That's good. Fixed an issue where the Icalos SMG received an unintentional 40% damage buff. Fixed an issue where the Imperial Needle Bow was getting an unintended 40% damage buff and could detonate enemies debuffed by Tikyu's Divination. Wardcliff Coral Rocket Launcher's damage has been restored to its original parameters following an unintended buff to its damage. Fixed an issue regarding the Grand Overture's ability to generate more than intended ammo when switching heavy weapons. Pretty much, players would gain more ammo than intended when Volley was readied and overflow its magazines when combined with Actium War Rig for Titans. Increase the Grand Overture's reserves ammunition from 20 to 40, resulting in a max ammo of 60. Fixed an issue where the Iron Banner weapon special effects would shut off if the Iron Banner origin trait was active, and fixed an issue where the enhanced Golden Tricorn perk would not activate on ranged melee kills. Weapon crafting. Fixed an issue where the reshaping Enigma quest objective could be bypassed. Fixed an issue where the Enigma glaive reshaping costs could be overridden. Reduced end of campaign weapon crafting progression for mission on normal difficulty. Overflow has been removed from the enhanced pulse monitor following unintentionally overflowing the weapon's magazine with seemingly no limit. Enhanced 1-2 punch now only requires 10 to 12 pellets to hit a target to proc the melee buff. Enhanced trait and the enhanced trait durations have been changed to 1.22 seconds. Would like to know what they got changed from, though. Fixed an issue where reforges for the Osteostriga's Catalyst would ask for the full Catalyst cost. Also, that is a typo in Osteostriga's name. Enhanced Ambitions Assassins changed to add a reload stat. Fixed an issue where Tier 3 Deep Sight chests would only appear once per account. Fixed an issue where the refined Qualiker chest wouldn't reappear for Finch at a weekly reset. It's good to know that that was a bug. I wish they would tell us this stuff earlier. Fixed an issue where the standardized Void Weaken debuff was overriding Divinity's custom weakening debuff. Fixed an issue where the Ward of Dawn was granting an unintentional melee damage boost that stacked with offensive bulwark. Reduced melee recharge while invisible and wearing Graviton forfeit when in PvP activities, including Crucible and Gambit. Fixed an issue where hitting Deep Falls Trap with a throwable grenade or smoke bomb would cause it to disappear. Seasonal challenges. Fixed an issue where the Apex Armor seasonal challenge that requires players to masterwork any piece of armor would complete when a player changed the element of one of their already masterworked armor pieces. Oh, damn. Wish I knew about that one. Platforms and systems. HDR. Fixed an issue affecting Xbox One X HDR that caused black levels to turn white. General. We're almost done here. Fixed an issue where certain quests were replaced with a placeholder icon. Fixed an issue where Google Stadia users who own the Witch Queen were shown the digital deluxe edition upgrade option. Stadia Store does not offer automatic product discounts for expansions like other consoles. Players should now see the correct messaging for the deluxe edition. Fixed an issue where players would purchase a weapon from Beyond Light from the Exotic Archive and see a pop-up message for the deluxe edition of the previous expansion, which is no longer available. Fixed an issue causing Gambit weapons and armor focusing to cost more than expected. Focusing now costs 10,000 Glimmer and 50 Legendary Shards each. Fixed an issue where the weekly limit for Ascendant Alloy purchases was not resetting at Master Rahul. Added a one-time purchase for 2 Ascendant Alloys for the cost of 1. Rahul's destination materials are now sold for stacks of 5 and 1 Legendary Shard, matching Spider's previous exchange rates. Fixed an issue that allowed weapon telemetries to still drop. Go ahead and delete those from your inventory. No need to hoard what you can't use anymore. Fixed a localization error issue where text overlapped in the seasonal rank tool for some languages. Fixed an issue where the exotic quest name for the Grand Overture Catalyst quest would show up blank after the first step was completed. And last but not least, various crash instability fixes implemented across all platforms. And that is all we have for Destiny 2 Hotfix 4.0.0.3. If you do see any issues, make sure to head over to Bungie's known issues or help forums to make sure all that stuff is taken into account. Or, talk about it on Twitter, get some traction on it there. But until next time, Guardians, stay safe.